if Madison starts to dial up more blitzes as the season goes along, would you take that personally as a defensive lineman who, when you were talking about four-man rush?
No, not at all. Man, we're gonna do what's best for the team, and if it's best for the team, to blitz a certain quarterback, then we're gonna do it. If it's best for the team to, get pressure up front, then that's what we're gonna do. If we feel like we can take advantage.
And he was talking about some difficulties in communicating with like a two-man game, but not having everybody know. How tough is that, just to make sure everybody knows what's going on?
I mean, it's definitely key. You got to make sure everybody on the same page. If you're not on the same page, then you're going to have difficulties. Guys you might hit each other while you're going this way, hit each other while you're going that way. But that goes back to going back to the fundamentals. You really got to tune in on what you're doing wrong and get back to it.
Is there somebody in charge of making those communications, or how does that work?
I mean, we just got to talk to each other. It's not so much of the bad communication. We just, I think the play you're talking about is we had a game called, and it was cover 5, and the corner drops back. He got the receiver man, so we can't really run a game to that side because we got to contain the quarterback. If we lose contain, then the quarterback's allowed to scramble out. So that's the communication he's talking about. That's the communication error and things of that nature we got to clean up.
Is there anything that's different during the week when you have a away game as opposed to a home game?
Away game, yeah, most definitely. I mean, you're going away, you're getting out your comfort zone a little bit. We got a lot of young guys who going away for the first time. So it's a different environment change, and we really gotta step up to the challenge and understand we're Michigan. They're gonna give us their best game. It's prime time. It's a big deal, so we gotta go on the road and take advantage of it.
What was the hardest thing for your first road game? Do you remember it? And
my first road game was Notre Dame. Hardest thing was, just getting used to the routine. When we went to Notre Dame, I think we took a bus. We did take a bus. So it was a long bus ride, making sure you stay into the game, make sure you stay in focus, things of that nature. Don't lose your focus on the plane ride or the bus ride.
What was the mood like today in practice as opposed to maybe last week at this point?
A lot of guys had a lot of energy, flying around. Had a real good practice today. We're ready to, really take our game to the next level. We know we didn't play as well as we could have last weekend, and we're really ready to step up and show how good we can be.
Taylor put a lot of that on the seniors on Saturday. Did you guys do any players only stuff? Talk to the guys or anything like that? Or?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't players only. We just, seniors we taught. We had an understanding that it was on our shoulders, and we continue to take that responsibility.
Is this more of a statement game after, some guys were disappointed in Saturday?
I mean, y'all probably would call it a statement game. We just call it, getting better, improving, going out, making the corrections that we learned from last week and really putting those into fruition.